What up, YouTube? Here with a prediction video for the 2023 NFL playoffs, this upcoming NFC and AFC Championship games. The first game I'm going to be previewing is a game with the San Francisco 49ers playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is a game I'm looking forward to the most. It's this Saturday, and I say I'm looking forward to this game the most because the 49ers have the hottest win streak going on right now. They've won 12 straight. They will be looking to win 13 straight to hopefully advance to this year's Super Bowl, and this is their second year in a row playing in the NFC Championship Games. They will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who had the most successful season, and they looked unstoppable versus the Giants this past weekend, winning that one-sided game 38-7. And as far as my predictions go, I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game and advance to this year's Super Bowl. The score, I'm predicting it to be somewhere at 28-20 or 28-17, and I think the Eagles will have a successful offensive game, and defensive-wise, I think they will be having a harder time versus the 49ers offense when compared to their game versus the Giants offense. I say that because I think the 49ers offense is better than the Giants offense, and the Eagles and the 49ers, speaking momentum-wise, they both got good momentum. I say the Eagles looked better in their last game when compared to the 49ers last game because they played great football versus the Giants. I mean, that was such a one-sided game. They played great football defensively and offensively. They did a great job at shutting down all of the Giants' offense. Jones wasn't able to throw any touchdown passes, and they were only able to score one touchdown, and the Giants couldn't set themselves up in a good field position to not even score a field goal in this game. And the Eagles offense is a complete thing. The Eagles offensively are great at running, great at passing and receiving. And as far as the 49ers go, I don't think they're as of a complete football team as the Philadelphia Eagles. And speaking momentum-wise, the 49ers, they dominated the game versus the Seahawks. They didn't perform as well versus the Cowboys in the divisional rounds. I get it. Once a team advances to the next stage, it's going to be tougher challenge from the other team. And that was exactly that for the 49ers because, I mean, they played good football, but they couldn't have their way versus the Cowboys like they did versus the Seahawks, and it's only going to be tougher to do that versus Philly for the NFC Championship games. Anyways, that's my pick for the NFC Championship games. Y'all let me know who y'all picking to win the NFC Championship games. Are y'all picking the 49ers to continue their win streak, or are y'all picking the Philadelphia Eagles? Y'all let me know in the comments. Anyway, now the next game I'm going to be previewing is the AFC Championship game with the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Statistically speaking, the Bengals got the advantage. Joe Burrow and the Bengals has a 3-0 undefeated record versus Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And when you compare the Bengals game versus the Bills to the Chiefs game versus the Jaguars, the Bengals play better overall football. The Bengals played great defensively and offensively. They did a great job at shutting down all the offense from the Bills. The Bills couldn't get any passes through. They couldn't gain any yardages through their running game. Joe Burrow had a decent game, as did Mixon. And the Kansas City Chiefs, their game versus the Jaguars was more of a closer game than the Bengals game versus the Bills. And the Bills are a much better football team than the Jaguars. However, the Chiefs did have a little scarce moment where Patrick Mahomes got taken out of the game for a bit due to an ankle injury, and not making any excuses because the Chiefs went on to still play good football and still had a momentum versus the Jaguars. And when Patrick Mahomes, thankfully for the Chiefs, when he came back in the game after healing from his ankle injury, he went on to have a good rest of the game. And speaking for the Chiefs' sake, for this upcoming AFC Championship game, Patrick Mahomes has to be at 100% and has to be fully healed from his ankle injury, because the Chiefs cannot have any weak links for this AFC Championship game versus the Bengals. As I said before, the Bengals are a better football team than the Jaguars, and the Bengals, I say got more of a momentum going on than the Chiefs with their performance versus the Bills this past weekend. And Joe Burrows and the Bengals are undefeated versus Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And as far as my predictions go, I'm picking the Bengals to win this game. This is their second year in a row playing in the AFC Championship Games, and I think they will advance to their second Super Bowl in a row. And this should be a high-scoring game. I think the score should be at somewhere at like 34-28. And every time the Bengals play the Chiefs, it's been a close game. Every game has been won by a field goal. And I don't think the competitiveness of this game with the Chiefs and the Bengals is going to be that much different for this coming Sunday in the AFC Championship Games. Now, y'all let me know who y'all picking to win this game with the Chiefs and the Bengals. That does it for the 2023 NFL Playoffs, NFC Championship, and AFC Championship Games predictions video. Comment y'all thoughts, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.